The phone conversation between fantasy veterans Bob Harris and Matt Waldman is a quick and dirty rundown of players, units, or teams from Sunday's games. Feel it or fuck it is our instant verdict on the fantasy value of a player situation, not the ability, effort, or character of the player. This is just how two old-timers in this industry talk when they got a lot to cover in a little time.
Good morning. Be careful. I haven't had coffee yet.
J.K. Dobbins.
I ain't feeling that. No way, man. Give it a month. This is why you should have drafted Rashad Penny. If you thought he was going to get hurt, fine. He'll last a couple games and carry you till Dobbins is good to go. Najee Harris.
That offensive line, can't stand that offensive line. Kenny Pickett or Mitchell Trubisky, 6 of one, half dozen of the other. At least that's what's going to turn out when defense figure out, Pickett. So Harris.
Are you benching Harris?
No, because he's a check down magnet. That's why I hate all that. They're going to be checking him down. So I'll take that all day. Cam Akers, my man.
Man, if you invested in him, you're going to play him. I wish I hadn't invested in him so I didn't have to. Especially against the Bills this week, short week. McVay says he's good to go. Also says Henderson's good to go. Also says Stafford's good to go. Everybody's good to go. We'll see.
So, are you feeling it?
I ain't feeling it. No.
Okay.
I'm playing him. Like I said, if I invested in him, I'm going to be stuck playing him. I wish I had. Elijah Mitchell.
Oh, fuck that. No. Because Kyle Shanahan is Meryl Streep in Devil's Wear Prada. And basically, he's going to use all those running backs, and whatever mood he's in, he's going to decide which one that he's going to give the business to. You know, whether he woke up on the wrong side of the bed, whether his wife ticked him off, if he's married. I don't even know anything about Kyle Shanahan's personal life. Don't really care. Just know that Elijah Mitchell also, he's that guy where basically he's got a rocket pack strapped to his ass, but he has no compass in terms of knowing how to find a hole. So, no way.
Wrong! You're playing him with reckless abandon like Bob Harris.
Josh Jacobs.
Oh, fuck that. I don't know, man. This is hard. I'm nervous. I see the whole New England, approach moving to Las Vegas. It makes me a little nervous. The other side of me says he's a rental car. They're going to run the wheels off him. If I invested and he's my running back too, I'm going to hope that's the case, and I hope they turn him in ruined.
I'm with you, and I'm going to take that shot. I want to see the wheels fall off on the way to the gas station.
Dameon Pierce.
Feeling it. I mean, listen, he's also a check down magnet. I know everybody says, but Rex Burkhead. Listen, Rex Burkhead was like a bad rental car version of Fred Jackson way back in the day at best. And Fred Jackson was a terrific back, if anybody remembers him. But Dameon Pierce can catch. He can run better. He's got more burst. He's definitely more powerful back. And they're going to discover that they're going to need to throw him the football and let him make plays. And I like Davis Mills. So
Texans, 3.4 yards a carry last year.
I hear you. Now, at the value he's at, that's right, because the value where he was, if it was August, fine. Now, yeah, fuck it. You're right. Okay.
Until we see more. Kyle Pitts.
Yes. Feeling the player, but screw that situation, man. I don't like Marcus Mariota. I don't like the idea of having to pay for that price for Kyle Pitts when you know that basically he's the only man. They're going to double cover him. And who else do they have? I mean, they don't have Calvin Ridley. They don't have Julio Jones. They didn't have Roddy White. Brian Edwards, who couldn't get open when he was the third man there.
Team.
Yeah, exactly. They look great, but no frickin' way. No way. Albert Okwuegbunam.
Oh, and I can't say his name easily. No, that's low-hanging fruit. When the coaching staff doesn't seem to like him as much as the rest of us do, I'll take a pass and wait for Dulcich to show up.
There we go.
David Njoku, my guy.
I'm feeling it at the price that he's at, even though he whined about being on Cleveland, the year before they went to the AFC divisional playoffs, and then suddenly started working out and really practicing hard in the offseason to try and get a contract with them again. So as a Browns fan, I'm like, fuck that.
No. I'm intervention here. As our friend Dwayne McFarland over Pro Football Focus notes, 80% route participation in the preseason. This is elite territory.
Oh, no.
They're paying him to be that. He is that.
Oh, no, I'm definitely...
You're letting your Brownsness come through.
I am, but that's only because I'm setting the stage to say I am feeling it at his price because of exactly that, and for the fact that they're going to have to throw it underneath. But I'm going to tell you this: there's a big fucking trap door, and his name's David Bell and also Harrison Bryant. Because if David Njoku starts playing like like he's doing sign language rather than actually catching the ball, it's going to go bye-bye, and he does some of that. So yeah, okay, fine, all right. Well then I just want to know. All right, well, feeling it. Fuck it. I don't even care about football right now at this point. Coffee. Feel it?
I need coffee. Of course I feel it. I'm like 10 minutes away from my next cup. Let's get through this.
Yeah, fuck that. I'm like a nuclear reactor. I think if I had any of that, it would probably just go over.
I'm like a 10 cup a day person. So it's that we're doing this early in the day means I have not yet had the first cup. So it's a bit of an issue for me.
So
Devontae Parker. Look, Devontae Parker's an issue for me too. I am way overinvested in Devontae Parker. How bad should I feel right now?
Yeah, I'm kind of feeling that just because I'm kind of feeling that because at the value that he's at, and I like Mac Jones. I know people are always down on him because his arm's like a limp noodle for a lot of people. They feel like every quarterback has to have an arm like Matt Stafford, but I don't believe that's always the case. And I think that Parker is a good fit in terms of being able to go up and win targets when they do go deep, and he throws a lot of those, high arcing rainbows that you're going to see in the deep game with him. And he's not a bad player.
Ignore the Jacoby Meyer buzz, ignore the Nelson Aguilar buzz. Stick with what you know. The guy who has dominated the Patriots during his time in Miami
and dominated camp. So I'll take it. DJ Chark.
Give it to me, baby.
Yeah,
all day long. I'll trade that in for my coffee. I want all the Chark I can get, and I have a lot of it. Look, he's he's a perfect fit for what they need, right? Or at least he's kind of the missing piece. All due respect to Josh Reynolds, you're a nice guy, but DJ Chark has that proven high end production. Seems like a nice fit with Amon-Ra St. Brown. In the slot, TJ Hawkinson there. I'll give Chark a chance here and hope that Jared Goff. Look, we're investing a lot in this Detroit offense, right? I think it's entirely possible that they all fall flat on their face, including DeAndre Swift. But that offensive line suggests otherwise.
Yeah, he's one of the few receivers I've seen who really just has sometimes some fucked up hands, but actually Cat comes down with the ball anyway. And that's something I know that Laurie Fitzgerald and I have talked about in the past. So I think that what he did in Jacksonville that 1 year where he played really well was more indicative of what he can do and what he will do as opposed to what he hasn't done.
You just took a long time to say, Bob, you're exactly right. Romeo Doubs.
Fuck that. No. Listen, this is preseason hype. This is what happens. Aaron Rodgers, he always seems to make a play every week, every day in camp, in one-on-ones, in 7-on-7s. There's no real hitting going on. 49ers game had some big plays, but then fought the ball routinely, couldn't position himself where he needed to be. And, there's this thing that Aaron Rodgers does that drives people crazy. He makes great adjustments at the line of scrimmage, and if you're a wide receiver and can't read the defense the same way the quarterback does, then he starts saying at the end of the preseason, these young guys better get on the same page with me or they're not going to play very much. So all these writers who were doing the soap opera style stuff, Sammy Watkins isn't going to be Sammy Watkins might get cut. He wasn't going to get cut because he could read a fucking defense. Romeo Doubs, I'm not sure he can do that yet. Maybe next year, not this year. Sammy Watkins, then. How about it?
Dude, I set the controls on the way back, Sherman, for 2015. Oh, wait, we don't have a way back, and it's not 2015 anymore. Fuck that.
I'm taking the chance at that rate, at that rate of a round. Right. Come on, I'll take the chance. Fool me once, fool me 1,000 times. I might be fooled 1,000 times. Whatever.
I was just leveraging it for a good line. Gabriel Davis, let me jump in ahead of you. You're paying too much, people. Go ahead.
I love you. I love that. I love you, and I love that because that's exactly right. I mean, the guy looks like he's the second option now because they're putting him outside. He's a slow developing deep threat and they use him on slow developing plays. If you have faith that Josh Allen is going to be basically, 40 or 50% accurate on plays where he has to basically do the Benny Hill thing around the offensive line. If you don't know who he is, well, fuck that. I don't care either. But that's like he's going to run. And when he does all that and has to find the guy, he'll find Gabriel Davis in those situations. But otherwise, there's still Dalvin Cook's little brother who's still going to do well as a check down option. Dawson Knox, people keep forgetting about. He can make contested plays. He's going to be option number 2. And you might still see more of Khalil Shakir as the season goes on, who's a guy who can get open early on plays in a way that Gabriel Davis usually doesn't. I think he's a wide receiver 3 at best that people are making out to be like a co-wide receiver 1 with Stephon Diggs. It's just fucking crazy.
But he's gained 17 pounds of muscle.
In his head, man, whatever. Okay, Dak Prescott.
Okay, bear with me on this one, right? So I get it. Tyron Smith is a big deal. The pressure rate goes up, the sack rate goes up, the yards per carry goes down. This is good news for me if I have Dak Prescott. I'm a little worried about the lack of weapons early this season, but if he's forced to run a little more, that's the thing that made him so amazing prior to the big ankle injury. I'm feeling Dak.
Okay. All right. Hey, listen,
You made it easy on me. Go ahead. Tear me down. Aaron Rodgers. This one, what? Did we forget he's Aaron Rodgers?
I think everyone forgets that he's Aaron Rodgers, or they don't want to like him. They don't like him. Whatever. It's just one of those things that I look at what he does on the football field. He's going to make it right. I still think Robert Tonyan is going to be good enough as the season goes on for him to be a decent weapon. Alan Lazard is going to be a decent weapon. Sammy Watkins, who I'm buying, is going to be a good weapon when he's healthy. Let's see if we'll knock on some wood here. I got some right up here on my noggin. That'll work. But Aaron Rodgers will make it work. And I think at the value that he's at right now, why you wouldn't take him is beyond me. Matthew Stafford.
Both. I'm invested, so I'm playing him. I'm hoping, Sean McVay, the elbow's not an issue. There are no limitations, Matt. These are not the droids you're looking for. I don't know. I'm feeling it to the point that I'm heavily invested, and he has a great supporting cast. It's a great offense, and if they can manage that elbow, I think he'll have a fine season.
Yeah, well, he's the fucking Steve McNair of this generation. Tough as nails, but you got to wheel him into the stadium half the time in the past 5 years. So there you go.
Malik Willis.
I'm feeling the highlights, but fuck that as a fantasy player right now because, at the same time, he's running through defenses that are not going to be game planned to stop him. He still is, not the throws that everything he does is highlight juice for people, and that gets people all that buzz, but there's a hangover with all of that in terms of decision-making, accuracy, reading defenses. It's going to take him some time, so I'll do it on a year-by-year basis right now. No, fuck that. How about Tua Tagovailoa?
Kind of not necessarily feeling him, but I'm totally feeling his supporting cast and his coaching staff. I'm going to put a little faith on them. He was very accurate as a deep passer last year. I think the second most accurate in the entire NFL. Of course, he only threw 19 deep passes. So there's that. But the short and intermediate, he's got the playmakers. I'll feel it.
Well, man, I'll see you next week.
I need coffee. Goodbye.
Bye.